Hello everybody and welcome to my channel, Jessie's Adventures and Ramblings, aka The Jar. And today we're going to be doing something a little different. As you can tell, this is definitely not something makeup related. We are going to be making my grandma's apple cake recipe. Now, you can do any kind of cake, any kind of fruit. Something my nanny used to do, which is really good, is rhubarb. But the store didn't have any rhubarb, so we're just going to do apples today. So, first things first is we need 4 cups of raw diced apples. So let's get started with that. We're just going to leave the skins on, and you don't need to skin them or anything. So let's start with that. Alright, now with all the apples cut, that is 4 cups of raw fresh apples. Next we're going to need 2 eggs, 2 whole eggs. So these are fresh eggs. Oop, I got a shell in there. Don't do what I did. Got it. And then number 2. No eggshell. Mix that together a little bit just to coat the apples. And I apologize for any sounds of cats in the background. That's why make sure your surfaces are clean. We need 2.5 cups of sugar, regular sugar. So I have this here, freshly bought. There's crusty. That is 1 cup. And then we're, instead of getting the actual half cup, we're just going to do half of this. Okay, half a cup. That is 1.5. And now I'm going to put this in the sink to wash it here in a second. Put the sugar away. Back over here. Happened over here is because I have the recipe over there. Alright, next is 2 tablespoons of cinnamon. No, I lied, 2 teaspoons of cinnamon. That's 1 teaspoon. 2. Set that to the side. Okay. Next, we need 2 cups of flour. And I have all-purpose flour here. If I can open it, it'd be great. Let's try it this way. And I'm going to be using a sifter so I don't have clumps. So that's 1 cup of flour. Right, there we go. 2 cups of sifted flour. Set that to the side. Alright. And then you need 1 cup of oil, or you can do 2 cups of applesauce. But I don't have applesauce, so we're going to do oil. Alright. In goes the oil. Now there's actual directions on this, the recipe I have. I'm just not following the directions, I'm just doing it myself. Alright, so next we need a half a teaspoon of salt. Just half a teaspoon of salt. Oop. Okay. So after the salt, we're going to do a tablespoon of baking soda, which I got here. Tablespoon of baking soda, and then we're going to do 1/4 a cup of chopped nuts. Obviously you can do whatever kind of nuts you want. We are going to do chopped walnuts. And obviously if you want more nuts, you can add more. If you want less nuts, you can add less. Or if you don't want any nuts, don't add nuts. But then it's not the same cake recipe. You've got to have the nuts. Now we're going to give that all a good stir. Ooh, almost forgot a very important ingredient. Vanilla. We got this vanilla from Lazy Days Ahead. It is pure vanilla. And we are going to do a tablespoon of that. If I can open it. We haven't used it yet. Stand by. I'll be back. Baba, I need help. Alright, after much struggling, we're back and it is opened. Okay. I said this is pure vanilla. And we are going to put a tablespoon. I lied, it's a teaspoon. Ooh, it smells good. Okay. We're not gonna put that lid on as tight as it was. Okay. And that's the last thing that goes into the batter. So mix, mix, mix. All right. Once everything is mixed together like this, this should be the consistency you have. Apples covered in peanut butter, it looks like. But I promise there's no peanut butter in the recipe. Just chopped walnuts. All right. And in a 9 by 13 oiled pan. You'll pour this into. All right, now into the pot it goes. We're gonna set this to the side because we are not ready to put it in the oven quite yet. In another bowl, we are going to make the toppings to bake it on. So for the toppings, half a teaspoon of cinnamon. So let's see, where did I? Okay. Then you need half a cup of brown sugar. And then 1/4 a cup of chopped nuts. I'm not gonna actually measure that, I'm just throwing it in there. Chopped nuts, I'm just eyeballing. I'm just gonna use a pot. And I have clean hands. Just gonna use my fingers to spread out the toppings a bit better than what I did. Okay. All right. And that there is the apple cake. So now I'm going to put this in the oven. Bake at 350 for 35 minutes. All right, and here is the finished product of the apple cake. Fresh out of the oven. With some homemade whipped cream. You've got to have whipped cream on it. Okay, and then my brother is going to be the taste tester, but he doesn't want to be on camera. How is it? He gave a thumbs up. All right, and that is the apple cake recipe. All right, so that was my Nanny's fresh apple cake recipe. I'm going to list the actual directions and ingredients and everything you need down below in the description. But thank you guys so much for watching. If you like this video, please like and subscribe and leave a comment if you want to watch me make anything else. Bye for now. Thank you.